Protectionism. It's a term that's been sparking debates around the globe, and it's really about governments trying to shield their local industries from the harsh winds of international competition. Imagine a country trying to protect its own businesses, making foreign goods more expensive or harder to get. Kind of like putting up a shield, a barrier. And why would they do this? Well, there are several reasons. To nurture new industries, like a parent caring for a child, to keep jobs at home, like a promise to the people, and to raise revenue for the government, or ensure national security, reducing our reliance on other countries. They use tools, like tariffs, which are taxes on imports, and quotas, which are limits on how much can come in, and subsidies to help their own businesses. Sounds good, doesn't it? Well, economists often warn that while protectionism might seem like a quick fix, it can actually make things more expensive for consumers, mess up how resources are used, and slow down economic growth in the long run. Now, this isn't a new idea. Let's meet the theorists, the minds that have shaped this debate. Alexander Hamilton, the very first U.S. Secretary of the Treasury, back in 1791, in his Report on Manufactures, he was like a champion for new American industries, arguing that they need time to grow before facing the world. Then there was Friedrich List, a German economist from the 19th century, who said that free trade is great for developed countries, but developing nations need protection to build their own industries, kicking away the ladder, as he famously put it. And others, like Henry C. Carey and Paul Byrock, who showed that protectionism has been linked to industrial growth in the past. All of these thinkers raise the question of how exactly do we balance the need to protect our industries with the benefits of open trade? Let's take a trip through history now. In early modern Europe, mercantilism was the rule, all about maximizing exports and limiting imports. Countries like Spain, France, and England used these tactics to control trade with their colonies. Here in the United States, after independence, they used high tariffs to protect their industries and raise money. This period, between 1790 and 1860, saw an increase in average tariffs. After that, the country entered a restriction period that lasted until 1933, when we started to see lower tariffs. Many countries like Japan, South Korea, and Taiwan also used protectionism to help them grow after World War II, while others like Brazil found that this approach didn't quite work as well as hoped, resulting in higher prices and lag behind global technological standards. Now, let's fast forward to modern times and talk about Donald Trump. His policies marked a big shift, departing from the idea of free trade. His America First agenda was all about using tariffs to protect American jobs and industries, drawing inspiration from the past. He put tariffs on solar panels, washing machines, steel, and aluminum, also targeting China, Canada, and Mexico, sparking trade disputes and retaliatory measures as other countries followed suit. But here's the catch. Many economists have criticized these actions because they tend to raise prices for consumers and disrupt global supply chains, and while some industries may benefit in the short term, others suffer as a result. Also, there was no significant reduction in trade deficit, which was the goal. Protectionism, it's a complex issue. It poses several risks: higher prices for consumers, retaliatory tariffs from other countries, and even potential job losses. Plus, long-term protection can stop innovation. At the global level, protectionism threatens the stability of the international trading system that was put in place to promote free trade. The uncertainty it creates can reduce investments and disrupt financial markets. Even the need to protect national security may clash with the short-term economic costs of these policies. Despite all this, protectionism remains politically appealing. People who feel left behind by globalization often see it as a simple solution. For many voters, these arguments provide a straightforward explanation for economic decline. But in reality, the story is way more complex than that. While it may promise short-term benefits, ultimately protectionism risks doing more harm than good.